AB, thank you so much for taking time out with us today. And what do you want to be called? AB? Antonio? 84?
Why not call myself Mr. Big Chest?
You want to be called Mr. Big Chest?
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Big Chest, you certainly are a topic of conversation around the NFL. And so I appreciate you bringing me to your house to do this interview. So what made you want to share your story?
I asked my fans because I know everyone wants, when is AB going to sit down and do an interview? When is he going to do that?
Well, thanks for choosing me. So let's get right to it, though. What happened last week on the sideline?
I don't know, man. You guys saw the tape.
Yeah, but we want to hear your perspective.
Week 17, we coming off of big losses against the Saints. Yo, I'm sore. We just been on the turf. I come see the coach. I say, Coach, yo, I'm sore, man. What are you thinking? I might need a couple of days to get right. Coach, man, you sore? Just go home if you sore.
He said to go home? Then what did you say?
Go home? You want me to go home? All right, go home. It's the last game of the year. I went home.
Well, once the game starts, don't you have to keep playing?
I don't even have to play football if I don't want, bro. I don't even need the game.
But don't you want to be there for your teammates? What were they saying?
Guys yo, he left the game. He did this. Yeah, I left the game. I'm standing with guys that my coach just told him I quit on them.
But you did quit.
I never quit and miss a game ever. I checked my record.
I mean, the Steelers, the Raiders, the Bucs.
I never quit on anything in my life, bro. If I quit, I would have been died already.
Well, you did quit. So, are you dead or?
You can't quit. You know what I mean?
I do not know what you mean.
And that's cool, too.
Well, it feels like you've left the game for a lot of different reasons. I mean, you've left 2 different teams at halftime. You threatened to not play because of a 10-year-old helmet that you wouldn't update. It kind of feels like you don't want to play football. Is that true?
Of course I want to play football. I'm a player. That's who I am. That's what I do.
Okay, then what team do you want to play for?
You know what I'm saying? I don't need to play for no one.
Antonio, you need the game. You're a football player.
See, I want the game, but I don't need the game. It's a different.
I mean, from an outsider perspective, it feels like you just don't love playing anymore.
Well, I love to play the game.
So, you'll be back in the NFL?
I don't need the NFL.
Then why are you playing?
No, I just do it for fun.
So jump into the game, you're on the sideline, you take your shirt off, you run off the field. What made you do that?
Well, that's what life's about.
Well, it was the middle of winter. Weren't you worried about your nipples being cold?
It don't matter.
Well, you're right. That's probably nothing compared to when you froze your feet off. What prompts you to do stuff like this?
That's who I am. That's what I do.
Okay, so back on track. You're on the field, your shirt's off, you're running around. A lot of people might be upset in this situation, but you seem kind of happy.
I had a lot of fun.
It even sounded like the crowd was enjoying it. I mean, what was going through your head?
To be able to the feeling I got, from the fan. That could never be replaced. That when I run in that stadium, that feeling that they give me, it was second to none.
Don't you think you were maybe getting a little ahead of yourself?
I'm light years ahead of me.
Well, most players would have waited for the game to end. Why'd you decide to leave so abruptly?
And that's what other players don't get.
Don't get what?
That's the thing. But, that wasn't my thing. And I took another approach and a smarter way about it to be the difference.
Making a difference. Like your post. M-A-D, big mad, making a difference, right?
You don't even know me.
AB, you're not making a whole lot of sense. I mean, I think you're starting to get to me, but I don't want you to be angry with me.
There's no anger, man. We blessed.
Okay, so we're cool, right? Me and you, right?
I thought we was cool, but when I've been in his house one time, he been in my house one time.
Well, I'm in your house right now for this interview, but you were in my house? Why?
We gotta be on the same page. We gotta understand each other. We gotta know what we set out to do.
What were you set out to do in my house?
Yeah, we can't shout too much.
No, what were you doing in my house? I wasn't even there.
We can agree to move on. It's all positivity.
Okay, can you write that down? Okay, for sake of time, we're gonna move on. Your fake COVID test this year sort of backfired on you. Not only did you fake it, but probably even worse, you got caught faking a COVID test. A lot of people were kind of upset about this. Did you take that personally?
Like, it ain't about personal about no one. I don't take none personal.
Well, what about when you farted on your doctor? Was that a personal attack?
Because little stuff like that don't matter, man.
Did you think it would be a silent one, or did it slip, or...
We talking about football problems. Like, yo, this is minute. I have real problems.
Okay, so back to football. You and Bruce Arians were on the sideline, having an exchange. Was there something that was said that made you upset?
See, when you a kid, they teach you addition. You know, addition is a problem searching for an answer. When you get older, they teach you algebra. Algebra is the answer searching for the problem.
AB, you're not making a whole lot of sense right now, and you're kind of making my head spin. Are you a kid doing addition, or are you an adult doing algebra?
I just told you I do algebra, not addition. I am not auditioning for nothing.
Oh, so the Bucs were saying you were a kid.
Yeah.
Who is saying that?
I mean, the owner, you know what I mean? Guys who work in the organization, the coaches, you know.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of people calling you a kid. When you're referring to people in the organization, do you mean the GM as well?
Or when you got the general manager calling you a kid.
Wow. I mean, you're 33 years old with a yellow mustache. How could he be mistaking you for a kid?
What ideally grown man is calling another grown man a kid?
Man, I don't know. I mean, if it were me, I'd be really bummed.
Exactly, you'll be bummed. Like, how you work for someone who think you a kid? Like,
if an employer called me a kid, it'd be hard. I mean, I think I'd lose my mind.
bro, out of respect, how would you feel? You a professional, how would you feel?
Oh, I mean, if my employer called me a kid, I don't know, I'd feel terrible. I mean, you wouldn't do that, right? You wouldn't call me a kid.
It's just a principle. That's like if I call you a kid.
Wait, but I'm not a kid.
He confirmed the truth. 52 kids and this is a guy.
Well, wait, so you're trying to insinuate that you are the guy and I am one of the 52 kids?
And all I'm doing was just saying what it is without saying it.
Saying, I'm the kid? No, you are the kid. I am not a kid.
Obviously, I'm not the kid anymore.
I'm 28 years old and bald. I am not a kid.
He just stated it. It's 52 kids and it's this guy.
Antonio, I am not a kid, and we are not going to keep fighting about this.
It's not a fight, man. It's just the truth.
No, that is not the truth. Everything was fine until you started calling me a kid.
How did that make you feel?
It makes me feel like I'm going to go crazy right now. I don't need to be here. I don't need to be here. Let's get out of here. And you know what? If you guys are going to call me a kid, I don't need to be a reporter anymore. I don't need this stupid job. I'm out of here. I don't need this job anymore. Not if you guys are going to call me a kid. I'm an adult. I got a 401k. I cannot believe how disrespected I feel right now. You know what? You want to see who's a kid? You want to see who's a kid now? All right? I'm not the kid. You know what? I'm out of here, man. I'm not a kid no more. I'm an adult, bro. I'm an adult. I'm not a kid no more. Like this content? Well, smack my face to subscribe. With your mouse, of course. But hey, I don't got all day. I got more videos to create. See ya.